Asked all of you all to come down this morning. It was, of course, the ongoing rain, tornado threats, flooding potential, and I think it's very essential that everybody out there know what the physical situation in Bay County is at the moment, what we're looking at down the line, and more importantly, what your county government is doing to make sure that things are as safe as possible. Situation at Deer Point Dam, for example, everyone's concerned about that issue. Let me say that we are not at this point in time going to declare a local state of emergency. We are covered by the governor's statewide or region-wide emergency issue, so that would just be another layer of statement. So we are covered by that, and we're going to now let you speak with the various experts in their fields. Chief Monroe from our Emergency Services and Emergency Operations Center is going to give you a little emergency update on what's going on and where we're going. Chief?
Good morning. First of all, I want to say that we're actually under just a partial activation. We hadn't called in any of our emergency service players. We're in touch with everyone, Sheriff's Department, local fire and emergency services. At this time, we're just monitoring the immediate threat, which is the weather that's training over us since this morning, and the tornado warnings and that sort of stuff. So we have emergency service personnel, extra people on duty in case we need to respond to any type of emergency or search and rescue type event. We're monitoring, as of right now, the street flooding locally. We put a request into Florida Department of Transportation for some barricades and cones to assist the local Sheriff's Department and Highway Patrol if we need extra barricades. We urge people to be alert when traveling, not to travel on the streets if you don't need to right now until the water resides. We're hoping that this weather will move out this afternoon. Right now, it seems to be kind of stationary, and the weather service folks tell us that we can expect a lot of rain today. So if you can, try to stay in your home and travel as least as possible. Be on the alert for washouts on our county roads and also in our city roads or in streets where the water is washing across the road. It could very easily take the road out. We've seen that happen in some of our neighboring counties over the last few days. We're also monitoring the river flooding and the impacted areas over toward Otter Creek. We have personnel out there from our Roads and Bridges Department helping us with keeping an eye on that. We've had to close a few roads, and Mr. Snell will go over that list in just a few minutes. But we continue to monitor that situation. We have regular patrols out in that area to assist those folks if needed. We currently have no shelters open. We have no reports of any homes flooded or damage to any homes. We have gotten some reports of some roofs that have been damaged by high winds, but nothing serious has been reported to us and no injuries as of right now. So we urge everybody to remain calm and monitor the situation on the local media, radio, television stations. And if you do have an emergency, obviously you need to dial 911, and we'll send someone out to help you. Other than that, we advise everybody to stay low and out of the weather if you can, and wait for this situation to pass. Yeah.
Actually,
good morning. Actually, from the utility standpoint, we continue to monitor the raw water quality and quantity as it enters from the watershed into the lake. The drawdown gates at Deer Point Dam are open 100%. I'd like to emphasize that those drawdown gates, while they can potentially alleviate the lake level, they are not a flood control structure. They are open 100%. Right now, the lake level is at 5.2 feet, which is normal range. We continue to monitor that, and the tide gates located underneath the roadbed are in free swing position. Through the monitoring of the raw water quality, we are trying to anticipate anything that would adversely impact the potable water treatment process and to minimize that. Other than that, we're monitoring all of our equipment, emergency generators and whatnot, to ensure continuity of service. Any questions from the utility standpoint?
If there is a possible something go wrong with the water system, is there a way that people can immediately know if they need to boil their water or need to be doing these things?
We do have on the Bay County website, we do have a notification for boil water notices. We also have a phone tree, I believe now, and we would put out advisories, to the local media if that was necessary.
Good morning, I'm Ken Schnell with Bay County Public Works Department, and I'd like to report that our principal problem right now is the flash flooding, which is when the rain is coming down with such intensity, the stormwater systems can't keep up with it, and that's why you have the water over the roads. We also have the problem up in the Otter Creek area, and the Otter Creek Road is closed. We don't have any reports of water in the homes up there, and we have put out some sandbags in that area. Earlier in the week, we opened the cut to Lake Powell, to ensure homes around Lake Powell do not flood, and that seems to be working fine. We have every crew, every available person out on the roads right now. That's not to check to make sure that our drainage systems are working, they're not blocked up, and to put out barricades when it's hazardous to drivers on the road. Do you have any questions?
When those barricades are out, what would you tell people who see one that might need to get to their home or something like that, if you've already placed those out on roadways?
Well, if it's placed completely across the road, that's where we feel water level is not safe to drive it. But frequently what you'll see is the barricades on some portion of the shoulder of the road or perhaps one lane. And that road is still passable. Drive around the barricade and you can travel safely. But if the barricades are completely across the road, it would be unsafe to pass it with your car.
Do we know what roads are unusable at this point?
We know that Otter Creek Road is closed.
Is that the only one?
We know that 11th Street at Balboa is closed. We also know that Canal Avenue south of Baldwin Road is closed. But those are the only three right now that are totally closed.
Canal Avenue south of, say that again?
Canal Avenue south of Baldwin.
And what do you advise people in those areas to do or to keep an eye out for?
Well, all of those areas except for the Otter Creek Road area have alternate routes. And on 11th Street in Balboa, currently that traffic's being detoured, not only with county personnel, but the Panama City Police are detailing folks around that. And the same on Canal Avenue.
And Ken, do you need to specify, these are county roads that you're...
Yes, I'm only speaking of county roads. I know the city has their hands full. It's, so far we haven't seen anything, not to downplay it, but we haven't seen anything out of the unusual. These are the roads that typically flood when we have flash flooding. And to say again, this is the flash flooding when the rain intensity is greater than the existing stormwater systems can handle.
That pretty well wraps it up. Basically, what you're hearing is from the people that deal with this 24/7, and they are out doing just that. As you can see, I'm the only one wearing a jacket. They're wearing clothes suitable to be out in the rain with. We have done this enough times that these guys know what they're doing. They have made preparations in advance, like Phillips Summit and the Deer Point Dam situation. So things are in hand. We'll keep you posted if there are any situations that develop. If anyone out there has a problem with above and beyond roads or what they see as an emergency situation, they'll call the county offices and we'll take care of it in due course. Bear in mind that there are a lot of people calling about their roads, and it may be a while before someone gets there, but if it's a serious emergency, then you go to the head of the line. I would like to throw one last thing in. A lot of these roads are not closed, but they are underwater. And if you've got a great big old four-wheel drive pickup truck, you can go through there pretty briskly. And you're also creating a hazard for the guy that's driving the mini car next to you. So don't show how fast you can go through the water. Just slow down, take it easy, and we'll all come out of this, and it'll be a wonderful day, and the sunshine will shine this weekend.